Yesterday we learned about how to use the new HTML5 tags to create a web page. So I have used this header tag for the header, and I've used a nav tag for adding the menu links, and section for to add the main content of our document, and footer is to add the footer of the web page where we have the copyright text and disclaimer text and menu, so that will be there. So HTML5 tags, I'll open it. Now you can see this is the header and this is the body and this is the footer. So like this we will create, and how to align left and right also I have explained earlier yesterday, like float left and float right, we have used that, and paddings colors also I've used. Okay, and basic HTML part we have done, like how to create HTML page and how to create the tags, and what are all the tags we have, how to use it. So I have explained it. Now we move to the CSS. So what is mean by CSS? So CSS is nothing but cascading style sheet. Cascading style sheet. So with the HTML we'll be creating the building blocks for the web page, but with the CSS we'll be applying the styles. So if you have to apply the styles, right, we have to add. So how to select the elements? Suppose I want to select for a, like I want to add for h1 tag, or I want to add for p tag, or I want to add for a class. So these are called selectors, actually selectors. So selectors are means which item you want to apply the style for. So to pick that item we can use the selector. So we can apply the style to the particular element with the element name, or element name means tag name. Tag name means if it is h1, right, directly for h1 we can add with the class name, with the id name, and global selector we have. If you want to apply for all the elements in the web page, then you can make use of the star. This is called global selector. And if you want grouping of selectors, suppose I want for h1 to h1 paragraph anchor tag image, for all that elements I want to apply some style. So that grouping selector also we can do with this way. H1 you can just give comma like this, h1 p anchor image. So for all the elements if you want to apply the styles, you can go like this. So this is called a grouping selector. You can give the comma over here, that's it. So these are the selectors. So I've already explained how to use the class name, id name, and tag name, and star is to select all the elements. Okay, and if you are using the class name to apply the style to the class name elements, just you need to give, suppose a div is there like this, div class equal to test some content. Some content. If you want to apply the style with the class name, right, in the CSS how we have to do, like with the dot test, and you can give the style here. If you want font size like 30 px and color red color, so like that you can give the style with the class name. If you can go with the dot here. And sometimes if you want if you have id like this, div id equal to my element, and this is content. So if I have to apply the style for the element with the id name, you need to give the hash over here. So we have to give like this, hash my element, and you can give the style over here whatever you want. Okay, this is the difference. And what is the difference between the class and id? So if you have the multiple elements, and you want to apply the same style, then you can go with a class. You can create one class and you can apply the styles here, and we can reuse this class anywhere you want. Okay, if you have multiple elements, same elements, if you want styling. And id is like if you have one unique element, so you have to apply some special style to that. And id should be unique. Actually, if you are creating one element, it should be unique in that page. We should not create more than one element with the same id. It is not a standard. And it is, if you are applying some javascript functionality, right, so with the id, it may apply for the one element itself. It won't apply for the all the elements. That's why we have to be careful when we are using with the id. And suppose I have some divs, okay, and paragraphs also, and I want to style all the elements, then you have to give like this star open brace and close brace. So these are the ways to select the elements. And I already told you internal, external and inline styles. So I'll explain it again. So this is called, so in the HTML page itself, in the style tag, we'll be adding the styles, right? This is called internal CSS, okay? And we can also apply the inline CSS with this, like this. Suppose for this anchor tag, I need some more font size. Then you have to give the style attribute here. Here you can give font size. I want more font sizes, especially for this element only. So 40px I want. So like this. This is called inline style. Three types of styles: internal, inline and external. And external style will be like this, like we'll be creating the style.css file, and here we'll be applying the styles, and in here we have to attach that css file using the this tag link relation equal to style sheet href equal to, here the path for the style we should give. So these are the three ways to add the css to the html page. Okay, and always inline style will take more priority than the internal or external styles. And even though I will explain you the topic, even though if you want to apply some external style, even though we have the inline also, that we part also we can do with the important property. I will go through it in the next classes. So if I have to apply the some comments to the css, right, how can I apply? If it is so you can give like this slash asterisk. So like this you should give. So this is the way to apply the comment. So in HTML, how we will give this like this. This is the HTML way to add the comments. This is the CSS way to apply the comments. So this is a HTML file, right? That's why it is not showing the like if you are commenting, right, the color will change like this. So I am applying in a CSS file. You can give slash asterisk. You can see the green color, and wherever I need star asterisk. So like that. If you have to apply something, I don't want these styles to be added in the CSS, but I may need some for future reference. So for that purpose, we can use this comments. Okay, for the developer's sake, we can use this. And in css also we can comment, sorry, in javascript also we can comment. So we have created one page, right? So the map.html, here we have used the javascript. If I have to like comment this line, I don't want this line, but I may need in future. So that's, for that you need to give the double slash. You can see it was changed to the green color, so that you can understand like this is commented out. So these are the three ways. In HTML we'll be giving with this one, and in the CSS slash asterisk, and when it comes to the JavaScript, double slash. So these are the ways to comment any element. And coming to the color names, so till now we are using the color names only directly: orange color, red color, gray color. But you know, like there'll be color codes also. So if it is black color, right? So what is the color code to add the black color? So some colors I know. Okay, I will show you. So color orange, here it is directly you can give, or else you can go with the color code. If it is color code, give hash here, and it should be 6 digits. If it is the all 6 digits will be same, you can enter the 3 itself. For the first time I'm entering the 6 digits. See, you can see 60. 6 zeros represents the black color. And if the 6 digits are same, right, you can apply 3 as well. That is same like 6 itself. And if you want to have this color to be white, then hash ff. So 6 digits. If it is for all the digits are same, you can give 3 digits as well. And if you want more color codes, right, so actually our client will give these color codes and all. Okay, don't worry about this color code, they will provide you color codes. I will show you more about this color code for css. See, these are the list of color codes we have. So you can see here. See, maroon will be this one, red will be triple F00, orange will be this one, yellow will be this, olive will be this, green will be this one, and blue will be this, like this, purple will be this, and white will be triple F, and black will be 30, and navy this one, silver. So according to the requirement, they will give the customer will provide all these color codes. Okay, just you can try with the different ones. And background color also same, the same way we are giving the color, right? For the background colors also you can give the color code, and text color, for background color, everything we can use. And for border colors also we can use. Okay, and we can give the colors with the color name, with the color code, and using the RGBA and HSLA also. So what is mean by RGB? Actually, we will provide with the code only, no need of that, but if you need to know about it. So RGB means red. RGB means red, green and blue. So each parameter defines the intensity of color between the 0 to 255. 0 to 255. Okay. And if you want red, right, you can give RGB of 255 0, like that you should give. If it is like a green, so different colors you can give. I'll show you. We don't need to remember all this. HTML, sorry, CSS color with RGB colors RGB. You can see here. So the same double F4 zeros represents the red color, as well as we can give it the RGB, as well as we can go with the HSL. So generally we'll be using this color code itself, but if you want you can use that also. Okay, and RGB represents the red, green, blue, and we have the RGBA also. RGBA means red, green, blue and alpha. So that extra parameter alpha is a number between the 0.0 to 1.0, like fully transparent to the not transparent at all. So if you want that kind, you can go with the RGBA value. Okay, and we have the hex also. Like hex means hexadecimal value in the form, like which we are learning, right? This is called hexadecimal values, color codes. Okay, and if it is like same, suppose it is like this, let's say FFCC99. If it is like this, right, directly you can use So if it is double F, double C, double 900, you can use FC9. So like that you can use. So if it is 6 zeros, you can use 3 zeros. If it is 6 F's, you can use 3 F's. So like this. This is called hexadecimal values. And we have HSL also, means HSL. HSL means hue, saturation and the lightness. Okay, and hue is the degree on the color from 0 to 360. I will show you HSL. HSL, here it is there. You can go with W3 schools. This is more than enough for HTML and CSS tutorial. Okay, you can go through each and every topic. So this is the HSL calculator. So you can see it will be 0 to 360. Hue value will be, see, you can key 310, 340, 360. So like that you can, if you want to, which color you need, you can have this hue, saturation and the lightness. Last one is the L, means is the lightness. So saturation means it's a percentages value. 0% means shade of gray. Okay, and 100% is the full color. Okay, and L is the lightness, is also a percentage. 0 is black and 50% is neither, like it's a middle value, like neither light or dark, and 100% is a white. You can see the white here. Okay, it is the saturation is 0 means the shade of the gray and 100% will be the full color, and hue means from 0 to 360 it is also. 0 means red and 120 means green and 240 is the blue and 360 is the again red. So you don't need to remember this color, just you have to know how can we give the color codes. So we can give it in this ways: RGB, hex and HSL. Okay, generally client will give these values only, hexadecimal colors only they will provide. Okay, these are about the colors, and we will learn about the backgrounds. Okay, so background means what? See, you can see this, right? This is the background color, gray color, and top of that this blue circle will be there. So these are used to, background property is used to add the background effects for the elements. Okay, and you can give like this. I'll show you. We save this and we'll create another file for the CSS backgrounds. Style tag close. I'm using the internal styles because it is easy to understand. Better to have the external styles only always. Okay, body, close and close the HTML and save as, what is this file name? Background CSS backgrounds, we are learning it, and save it as hypertext markup language. Okay, now we are learning about the backgrounds. So we will create a one div element. Okay, and we'll give the backgrounds and transparency also, how we can give, we learn it about. So I have one div and I'm giving the class bg. Okay, bg represents the background. You can give anything you want. Okay, for this bg I want some width and height and background color I need. So that time what I have to do, if it is a class, that's why I'm using the dot here and paste it here. And what is the color, sorry, background color you need, background red I need, and width and height I need 100 by 100 px. Height will be 100 px. Okay, so this is the shorthand property you should give. There are different types of properties are there. So what are they? Background color, background color. If you're typing this, right, you can see what are the options available for the background. It will be coming. So what are they? background attachment, background color, background image, background position, background repeat. Okay, these are the properties we have. Directly we can use background property itself to add all of these. So we will learn about each and everything, okay, one by one. So as of now we'll learn about the background color property. Okay, background color red. So save it and open css backgrounds, open with Chrome. You can see this is the one we have created. Okay, and you can give the transparency also. I don't need the background red color fully, I need some transparent also. So you can use the opacity here. Opacity means it represents the transparency of the image. Okay, so I want so it represents from 0 to 1. So you can specify the lower value as 0 and higher value will be the 1. If you are giving the 0, right, then it won't be visible, means it is 0. You can specify from 0 to 1, from 0 0.1, 0 0.2, 0 0.3 up to 0 0.9, like that you can give. I'm giving 0 0.1. This is how much it is transparency. It is 2, it is 5, and it is 8, it is 9. So if you're giving 1, then it is full image, full red. But if you want the transparency of something in between, then you can go with the 0 0.5 like this. Okay, that is the use of the opacity with the backgrounds. And you can also apply some the transparency of the images using this RGBA colors also. Okay, and background image property we'll learn about. So sometimes I need some background image. Instead of this, I want some background image. So that time how I can give? So I will create a div here, another div for the background image. I will remove the unwanted empty lines or anything, so that our code will look good. Image, bg image, background image. Bg image means background image I'm creating, and it is a class. I'm giving it. So okay. So for all the divs, I need a width and height of 100 px. So as I told you, to apply some styles common to the every element, as I'm using the div only, you can use div like this. Okay, so that no need to add for each and every element. Okay, and always try to precise your code. Background image, so that our file size, if the file size will be less, then our application will render fast. Background image URL, and what is the image name, you can copy and paste here. What is the image name? HTML logo. Copy it. It's a PNG image. Give, and the double quotes you need to give HTML logo dot PNG. So like this we can give, and you can check here. See, but the background image size is like a 225, so that's why it is coming like this. It, you can look like that image is like half part cut, right? So how to fix that, that also we'll learn about that in the coming classes. So we can fit this HTML image inside the container only. So the parent element, how much width is there, that this background image should perfectly fit, then what are the properties we should give, we will learn about it. Okay, and we have the background repeat property as well. So background image repeat, you can understand, right? Background image repeat means to repeat the element. You can give like this: background repeat. There are some options like repeat x, repeat y, so revert, no repeat. So if you want in a horizontal way, then you can give repeat x only. If you want vertical way, repeat y, and you want both the ways, then give the repeat itself. So we'll take one another big div. Okay, more than the logo size. Okay, so that you can understand. VG repeat. And I'm creating with a more width and height. 1000 px I'm giving, and I'm giving the background. So for the BG repeat also I want this background image. So no need to copy this background image and paste it in there. Just copy this BG repeat and give a comma so that it will be called as grouping selector. So that it will be applied for the both elements. Now I want a background repeat to this only. Background repeat. So like this, save it and see how it is coming. I'll apply the border for you so that you can understand. For all the elements I'm giving border 1px solid black. And padding also I give margin. So like this you can give. So this is the div we have created, right? So if I have to repeat the element for the entire div, you can go with the background repeat property. So this is a BG repeat and we are repeating it. If you are not giving this, right, by default it will repeat. And if you don't want to repeat it, right, once try with the different options here. See here, I'll show repeat. So what are the options available? Repeat X, so that it will be applied only the horizontal way, vertical way that elements won't repeat it. If you want only the vertical way the elements to be repeated like this, then repeat Y. And if you want both the ways, then use the repeat. Okay, no repeat means only one element will be there, that background image won't be repeated. So if you don't want to repeat it, but you can mention no repeat. By default it will repeat. Okay, this is a background image property. Background repeat X, repeat Y, and if you want both, repeat. And no repeat means only once is showing the background image, only once is called specified by the background repeat property. Okay, and suppose I want to control the position of the element, so what should I do? So no repeat I will give as of now. Okay, no repeat, and save it. And I want to control the position of the image in that parent element. What I have to do? Background position, I want it right center. Right, I want center. So save it. See, you can see it is right and center, and you can change also. So you can see, right, this is the div, and right center it is showing the styles. Sometimes I want left to top, then left top. By default it will be left to top only, or else I want a left to center. Left to center. If you are giving, if you want a center, then it will be like this, horizontal and vertically center of the parent element. If you want, instead of 1000 I am giving the 500. Okay, 500 px. Now you can see, right, if you want a horizontal or vertical center, you can give the center property. And if you want a left to top I need, so like that you can give, or right top, or left to bottom also you can give BO TTYM bottom or right bottom also you can give. Just try it out everything so that you can understand, or else you can give center if you want center. So these are the ways to apply the background position. Okay, and we'll having the background attachment property. Okay, so this background attachment property, background attachment. So this property specify whether the background image should scroll or to be fixed, like will not scroll with the rest of the page. Okay, that is the use of the background attachment. So I'll show you the background attachment example in W3 schools. Okay, in background attachment in CSS. So this is the background attachment property you can use. Want to be fixed, so you can see, right, this image you can see, right, and when you're scrolling down, that image should not move, only the content should move. So that time you can go with this background attachment fixed property. Okay, there are different ways. If this is a background attachment fixed property, I want to be scroll sometimes with the content also. So that time what I have to do, background scroll property and run it. See that image also scrolling out. Okay, if you want fixed or a scroll, you can decide and you can give it accordingly. When scroll also, if you don't want to change the position of the background, then you can give attachment fixed. Okay, and we are learning about all the background properties. So how to give a shorthand method? So we all gave this, like background repeat, background position, background image. So this everything we gave, right? I'll show you like how to use in a single line itself. So instead of giving all this, just I'm giving the background property. Okay, background, and this is a URL, and I'm removing here, and center, no repeat. See, the instead of three lines of code, we are giving it in one line itself. So that is, and also you can apply the background color also along with the image. So your color, I want pink, like this. Okay, or orange. So like this, you can give this a shorthand property with the background. With the we can apply the image and color and the position, background repeat or no repeat. So that all we can apply with this shorthand property, single property itself. That is all about the backgrounds, and we'll so background size. So as I said you, right, so how to fix the position of this image position over here. So I want, so we have to give like this background position, sorry, background size property. You can see here, auto, contain, cover, inherit, initial, revert, unset. So if you are giving the content, right, so that image is occupying the parent, like the image is fully visible, which is correct. So if you want to set that background size of something, then you can go with this background size property, and you can try it out each and every property in that, then you can understand. Okay, and you can give in percentages also. You can give background size 100% or 50%. So you are seeing that 50%, then how it look like 100%. So different ways you can give. Okay, that is a background size property, and background position we have learned about. And next we will go with the borders property. So I already explained you, like to apply a background to the container, we can make use of this border. This one border 1px solid black, and we can give it in a different ways: border color black, border width 1px, border style solid. So instead of giving three ways, we are giving the shortened property like this. And also you can give this background property style with the different ways. So if you are giving like this, right, 1px, if you are giving the solid or something, you can see the available properties. So solid, dashed, so everything you can try it out. Ridge, outside, groove, double. So these are the ways. If you know one thing, then you can do other things also. And sometimes I want a border, like a rounded properties. I want some rounded properties for rounded corners for this div image. So how can I achieve that? So for the bg, you need to give border radius, I need 50%. So like this, if you're giving the border radius 50%, that square will comes to the circle. Okay, but I don't need that much, I need little bit itself. Only that corner should not look like sharp. So that time you can go with this. You can try it out in the inspect element and you can decide like how much you want, or else customer will give this border radius how much they need for the particular div. Okay, thin, thick, or a medium also you can mention. With the border width property, you can give like more thickness, then you can give more thickness as well for the borders. So like this. Okay, and let's learn about the margins. So for this element I gave margin here. Why we have used this? So margin represents the outer space of the element. You can see, right, after this element you can see some light red color, orange color. So if you want to apply the styles outside of some element, then you can go with this margin properties. So it creates the space around the element outside of any defined borders. And we can give like a margin top, left, right, bottom. As I explained you, if you are giving the one value itself, then it will be for all the sides. But if you are giving the two properties itself, how it will be, you can check in inspect element. Like if you are giving the two elements only, 5 or 7, so 5 represents the top and bottom margin, and 7 represents the left and right margin. Okay, so like that you can give and try it out, you can understand easily. And shorthand property, I explained it. Auto value, we have auto value also, margin auto. So generally this margin auto, this will be used to, like you can set this property to margin auto to horizontally center the element within its container. You can see, right, it is a horizontally aligned center. So this element will then take up the specified width, and the remaining space will split equally between the left and right. Okay, suppose why I have